No, I'm good, man. I'm in a great spot. I think it's five months and a week and a couple of days. I feel like I could do way. I feel like I could do way more, which I feel like that's a good sign. But you got 9 months to really figure everything out, and there's no reason to force it in 5 months or 6 months or even 7 months. So I'm in a great spot. I think going ahead and having the surgery back in December, it allowed me a little bit more time to get ready for this season. So I don't have any complaints. The only complaint that I have in my whole entire life is not being able to be out there with my guys. But as far as rehab, family life at home, like teammates, everything's good. I'm in a good spot.
So what are you able to do, like right now? What stage are you at physically? And maybe what's the next step?
I've been running and I haven't really got to like cuts and everything like that. But strengthening up my leg, running. I've done some D-line like work, not at a fast pace, but just to start the groundwork of me getting back to who I was. So I feel comfortable with everything. Each and every day I come out here, each and every day I put on the cleats and I do things. I feel more and more comfortable. So we add up all of these days that we have left in the off season up into the season. That's why I say I should be good. I'm in a great spot.
Does it make it harder to be out there watching, knowing how bad you want to be with them, or does it make it easier being so close to the game and realizing that you are making progress?
Honestly, just coming up here to work for me is great, whether I'm practicing or not. I think I really got accustomed to that during the season, like on Wednesdays, I went practice, and so I really just got accustomed to just being around the guys, still being able to be a leader and giving advice and showing guys the right way, but I have a different path to get back to where they are. I'm not just taking a rest day. I got to do rehab, make sure my leg is strong. So it's not tough because I still walk around with Brandon Bean and, all the players and the media and the new coaches they bring out here, and I'm still firmly locked into what we doing, man. So it's not tough at all, man. But if I had a choice to be on the sideline, rushing the passer, and I would pick rushing the passer every time.
What was your reaction on Shane Ray coming to Buffalo?
Oh, it was great, man. That is my guy. I love Shane. I was with him in Denver for 4 years. I know how hard he's worked outside of what everybody else sees. I know how hard he works. I know how hard he wants it. I know how bad he wants it. In 2020, when COVID hit, we literally worked every single day, 2 workouts a day. We had the chef. We did everything in our power to be successful. Like, we grinded together every single day. We went and got tattoos together. We spent so much time. And if you look at him, and you look at his swag, or you look at my swag, like it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot similar because that is truly my brother, man. And I was blown away when we signed him, man. To not be in the NFL for 4 years and have the opportunity to come back, I know he's through the roof to have this opportunity, man. I'm gonna do everything in my power, to make sure that happens for him, and I'm sure he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it for himself as well. But he's got a friend in me, he's got a brother in me, man, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure it happens for him.
Whose idea was it? To go get tattoos?
To go and get
Tattoos.
Oh, it's me. I'm a tattoo guy. He's a tattoo guy too. It was both our ideas, man. And especially when I was younger. Now it's like a tattoo. Like if I gotta get a tattoo now, it makes my palms sweat and I get nervous. But when I was young, like I could just sit down and get tattooed any time of the day, all day. I think when you get older, like tattoos they're a little bit more painful. But yeah, it was my idea, man. I've been big on tattoos for a long time. No. We're close. Not that close.
What vibe are you getting for Sean McDermott kind of in his new role, head coach, coordinator? What's different about it, and what do you think?
Same Coach McDermott. He's a defensive-minded coach. He's been a defensive coordinator before. It just feels like defensive coordinator Coach McDermott. He was always present. He was always in the defensive room anyway. So it just feels like Coach McDermott in there. He does a great job coaching, and I think his the energy that he has, because he is the head coach, but he's coaching the defense. It just commands more out of the guys in there. When we had Coach Frazier, of course we all respected Coach Frazier, and he was a legendary coach as well. But Coach McDermott, he's the head man. So if I'm one of these young guys and I'm trying to make the team, I know I have eyes on it because he's the defensive coordinator and the head coach. So it's just it's just the command of energy. It's a whole lot closer to you now, and I like it. I like Coach McDermott. I like the way he coaches. It should be great, man. We, he was always, like I said, he was always present. He was always giving pointers throughout the whole entire season. So now he's just full-time in there.
You were around AJ and Boogie for the first time about this time last year. What's the biggest difference a year later in those two guys?
Man, these guys are vets now. Like, they vets. It's like watching your kids grow up over your eyes, man. Like, they vets now, and they're just so smart, and they're so attentive, and they just retain any. Me and Greg was out here talking. We was talking about little tips that I was talking about last year at this time. Like, he remembered everything, and these guys are pro athletes, man. Like, when I come up with a tip, we be like, yeah, that's what we talked about last year. Like, these guys are just so smart. When it comes, of course, you see like what they do on the football field, but when it comes to the mental comprehension and just unpacking things, like, man, those guys are super smart, and to be around those guys, man, and Boogie's got bigger, and AJ's gotten bigger, and G just keeps growing too. Like, these guys, when it comes to the physical ability and what they do on the football field, like, all of that stuff is gonna happen. But I just been so impressed by how smart and intelligent these guys are. I talked to Bean about a lot of stuff, man. And, I talked to him about players and this and that. But I did not talk to him about Shane specifically. I wanted that to be, like, natural. I didn't want it to be like, this is Von's guy. Like, everything that Shane got is been all off of Shane. Like, I didn't put a word in. I didn't say, hey, man, come. This is one of my – I didn't do any of that stuff. So Shane should feel proud about that his opportunity is solely based off of him. And I heard it from my agent. We have the same agent. He told me, man, it felt like, I was signing to the Buffalo Bills again because, I know him like the back of my hand. I know how hard he works. To not be in the NFL for 4 years and then to come back and have your opportunity, man. He has a little baby girl. His birthday was just the other day. He had a surprise birthday party on Saturday back in Missouri. So to be back in the NFL, surprise birthday party, family's healthy, man, he's on top of the world, man. I'm going to be a great big brother and try to lead him in the right direction and make sure he makes this team and he accomplishes all his goals that he's dreamed of.
Von, you've been through several OTAs now. What type of team building happens during this time?
For me, at this point now, I honestly feel like it's you build the spirit, the core, you build the camaraderie. Of course, we're out here working, but just being around the guys, we got 33% of our roster is brand new. And I like being around guys, especially for the first time. I like to go up to guys, introduce myself, let them know that I'm one of y'all. Like, I'm here to hang out. And like I said before, I feel like that's where leadership starts. I can't ask anybody to go above and beyond on the football field if I don't know their kids, if I don't know what high school they went to, if I don't know what college they went to, if I don't know what makes them go or what, if I don't really know my guys, then how can I lead these guys? And this is an opportunity to really get to know all of these guys, man. And I love it. I love being around the guys. It's not about wins or losses right now. It's about working, trying to get our team to a level where we can go and compete and really just learning these guys, man. And this is one of my favorite parts about OTAs. Not actually being here because obviously, it's all type of stuff that we could be doing right now, but the thing that stands out for me is just spending time with my teammates. That will carry over into the football season for sure.
I noticed you were standing behind the offense while everything was going on. You can stand wherever you want, but can you get a little bit from that? You were talking to Josh. Can you even enhance what you're learning? Because if you're playing, you're obviously not able to do that.
Yeah, I hate idle time. So when I'm out there, I'm not necessarily. When I'm over the defense, I'm looking at it from. I'm doing mental reps when I come back and when I get ready to play. When I move over to the offense, I'm looking at it from a player development, player evaluation, like a GM standpoint. Like looking at these guys, this offense, a quarterback, our second string guys, our third string guys, our fourth string guys, fourth string receivers. I look at, everybody. It's easier for me over there because when I'm on defense, I'm looking at it, whatever call that we have, where I'm supposed to fit. I'm working with the D-line guys. They're asking me stuff. But when I go over to the offensive side of the ball, it's more of a team evaluation, player evaluation standpoint. Put my GM hat on. Okay, this guy, he's super good. He's not getting a lot of reps, but this guy has talent. And I just look at it from that point of view. And whatever side of defense I'm on, man, I just enjoy being out there and just hanging out with the guys for sure.
What's the team today?
What's it?
Team today?
I like Jamarcus Ingram. You know, I said he had a good day, and he was like, "No, I didn't have a good day, so I might have missed something." But he had a good day to me. I like Jamarcus Ingram. You know, our rookie receiver, Shorter from Florida, I like him a lot. Big, tall receiver, something that, you know, we don't have in that receiving room. You know, like Gabe Davis, and we got Stephon Diggs, but Short is 6'5", he's strong, he's fast, he can catch. Like, I really like Shorter's game. You know, just all of those guys. Like I said before, I really like being around the young guys. You know, they just like a sponge, and I don't necessarily tell these guys what I was doing at their age. I tell them what I wish somebody would have told me. Like, I go to a young guy and be like, hey, you don't have to wait. You know, you can go right now. Like, I know you're second or third string, but you can make it happen, like, right now. And just to see them light up, like, hey, I can do it. I can play at this level. Like, it means a lot to me for sure.
Getting back to Shane Ray, I'm sure there might have been times where you saw him at his lowest.
Mm-hmm.
Why did a lot of guys would quit?
Mm-hmm.
You know, given what he went through, what kept him going, and what did you see in him that kept him going?
You know, something I always tell Shane, like I always tell him, you know, the universe rewards grace. You know, whatever cards you dealt, you just play them to the best of your ability, man. You go through it with your chin up, your chest in the air, and you just be a man about it. And that's what he's done. You know, I've definitely seen him at his lowest, and I've seen him at his highest too. And I constantly remind him of who he is and who he can be. We all get hit with life. Everybody here, we all deal with life. Like, we all got problems. You know, the way that you go about it and the way you move through it gracefully, man, that's all you can do. That's all you can control. And to see it work for Shane, it's great, man. To see him, you know, be in a place where he can go and achieve all the dreams that he had before, man, it's incredible. I saw him when he broke his wrist. You know, he went to the Ravens, got cut by the Ravens, went to Canada, was only supposed to be in Canada for a season, ended up playing 4 years in Canada. Just before he got signed, he was talking to me, he was like, you know, fam, I don't know, like, what I should do, man. Should I go back to Canada? I don't know if I'm gonna get a shot. And then I tell him, just keep working. And the Buffalo Bills, out of all teams, call him and sign him. Like, if that's not the universe, then, like, I don't really know what it is, man. And he's always been positive. He's always been great. Now, you know, when you get hit with you know, depressing, life-changing things, like, it's hard to be positive in those areas. But Shane just continued to push through and to a point where he's here with another opportunity, man. And I'm super proud of the guy.
You said you didn't put a word in for him. Did they call you? Did the Bills ask your opinion at all before signing?
Nope. And I feel like that means a whole lot more, because you know, I could easily go up there and be like, hey, sign this guy, please sign this, like, whatever it takes. Like, but I didn't do that. So it means more. I feel like it means more for Shane, because they actually looked at you and what you can do and what you can add to this team. Now, this is the opportunity that we have. Let's take full advantage of this. And I think he has a different perspective about the game now. You know, you play 4 years in NFL, then you go to Canada, and now you got another shot. Like, this just means more for him, and I see it in his eyes every single day, and that's where you want to be, man. And I'm happy for the guy, for sure.
You have a great relationship. You have a great relationship with Stephon. Fans don't see him not coming to OTAs. It's voluntary, obviously. Get really nervous, start connecting the dots this time of year. What's your perspective on it?
Man, I just like to keep stuff simple. Like, we talking about Stephon Diggs, like, one of the best receivers in the game. We got Josh Allen, like, he's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. This is like, God, the Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs connection is what makes all of these things go for us here in Buffalo and Bills Mafia. Like, you know, he's not here right now, but I don't think it should ever be a question, is football number one on his mind. Like, the way he comes out here each and every practice, the way he commits to his game, commits to his teammates, yeah, sometimes you just need a little bit of time. Like, OTAs, we've all seen you don't need OTAs to be successful. Like, 2020, nobody had OTAs, everybody was still good. And he's a proven veteran, a superstar on and off the football field. I don't think it's a big deal about him not being in OTAs. He's going to be here mandatory minicamp, but he's going to show that he's a better version of Stephon Diggs on and off the football field. And that's, for me, and my point of view as a teammate, as if I'm a GM, if I'm a head coach, those are really the things that matter to me. Is he going to come out here? Is he going to be better than last year? Like, is he going to compete? Does he still love the game? And all of those boxes are checked. And, you know, I'm excited to get him back here at mandatory minicamp.
You spent a lot of time with Josh last week off the field and golf and stuff. He said that he feels more locked in than ever. Do you feel that? Where does that show up?
Yeah, it's just experience. You know, it's just, you can't. There's no way you could supplement that. Like, you just had to go through it. Like, it's no way that I could. You just got to go through time. You got to go through reps, and that is experience. And he just has more experience under the belt. Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback. If he's not 3, he's number 1. If he's not 1, he's 2. And we all know, like, it switches every single day. And those other quarterbacks that are winning Super Bowls, Pat got 2 Super Bowls. Like, Josh Allen, he won the same. And I see it in his eyes, and he knows he can do it. And every time he come out here, that is the number 1 thing, to go out here and compete and win Super Bowls. So, I'm happy to be Josh Allen's teammate. He's fired up. Like he said, he's ready to go. It's all about football. Every time we talk, it's all about Super Bowl, this and that. And that's exactly how we were last year. Nothing has changed. So I'm excited for Josh. I'm excited for everybody.
Well, based on what your body is telling you and what your doctors are telling you, do you have a time in your head where you think you'd like to be back on practicing?
No, I don't. I did in 2023. 2013 when I tore my ACL. I wanted to be here. I wanted to get back as fast as possible and play and show guys you don't need to take 9 months to recover from ACL. But goals are different now. I want to be here for my team when they need me the most. And I feel like late in the season when it really got tough, I wasn't able to be there because I was injured. So the most important thing for me is just to be available when my team really needs me. If that's week 1, then I'll be happy for that. If that's week 6, I'll be happy for that. But it won't be, I guarantee it won't be any later than that. But, whatever it takes for me to get to that point, that's what I'll do.